okay? Guys, I know you're not going to like the information that we got just a day after the finale of Friendship is Magic has premiered, and also the fact that today I uploaded my Mario song at the Olympic Winter Games video today, but today we got a promo involving the final Equestria Girls commercial. Yeah, I'm not making this up. This is the Holidays Unwrapped is going to be the final special involving Equestria Girls, and there's not going to be a third season or further continuation because the narrator of this commercial said that the final set of adventures, which is referring to Holidays Unwrapped. So as it turns out, the final four anthology episodes are going to be the final episodes. So now we got the image of seeing Twilight, Sunset, and her friends in Thanksgiving costumes posing, which is basically the end of Equestria Girls. I'm really, I'm not sad. I'm completely disappointed that this ended up happening because it just doesn't feel right for Equestria Girls to end like this. Whether if you like Equestria Girls or not, I really think that there still should be a proper ending despite of what's going on in the background. Now, as much as I really, really want to try to think of the positives, one of the people who have been making on Equestria Girls completely commented on the fact that Hasbro was going to release Holiday Unwrapped as one, and the fact that Sunset's Backstage Pass wasn't the last special. But then one of the creators said Holidays Unwrapped was meant to go out gripped together, but it's not a single story told in 6 parts. It's 6 separate episodes. There was a draft that was a single storyline, but that didn't get past outline stage. I really think that of what's happening behind the scenes months during the development of the special, I really think that there was a lot going on when it comes to making this a fifth 44-minute special, but in reality, not really an actual fifth 44-minute special. I mean, if we got Holidays Unwrapped completely different from the one that I reviewed a month ago, then I really think that this would have been easily interested instead of just being a mix of Thanksgiving and Christmas. But if I actually would give this special some credit is that we actually got some information involving the situation involving Holidays Unwrapped. That it was originally going to be a single story with 6 parts into it. And I really think that that's pretty much explained the situation on to why Holidays Unwrapped became a 4 anthology story special than what it's supposed to be from the comments of Kay Hadley and one of the other creators. In all honesty, I would easily accept the fact that they tried, but at the same time, it just wasn't enough. And I'm really saying this. I think that most of the ideas involving the girls in Thanksgiving costumes and the apple cider party with Applejack's family, I don't think it wasn't supposed to be a thing because I really don't think that having a special involving Apple Bloom having some kind of attention with her warm buddy or something, and just have Twilight just trying to help, along with the other the other episode involving Royalty preparing a Thanksgiving costume thing, wasn't supposed to be a thing. And I really think that the other two were supposed to have some kind of intention involving Christmas and a snowball fight. And I think they were about to expand it much longer. But unfortunately, due to what's been happening behind the scenes, I really think they probably scrapped the ideas and just used the Thanksgiving ideas into this one, which I think they were planning to do a possible third season, which is probably not going to happen now, into a 4 anthology special involving Holidays Unwrapped. I really got nothing else to say other than I'm really disappointed. I'm not even sad that Equestria Girls is ending because it doesn't even have an ending at all. If you watch my review of it, which I'm probably going to keep up despite the fact that it might be outdated now, I really think that I still have my opinions on it despite me being a bit harsh on it. Now, before any of you ask, the reason why I review these link information earlier is because Equestria Girls is always limited no matter what. And the fact that it's always limited, I always use my patience. Especially that Equestria Girls was the reason onto why I became a brony in the first place. And just seeing Holidays Unwrapped being the final special without any continuation or just being there just to be harmless and nothing else, it really makes the statue of League from Legend of Everfree completely pointless. And without any information on the ending of Equestria Girls, just really goes to show that I literally don't think that me reviewing any of this or anything involving the season 1 of the digital series feels necessary because I have no interest. Yes, I was planning on thinking about reviewing the season 1 digital series like I did with the Beach Shorts last August, but after hearing this information, I've completely lost interest. I know some of you guys say that I'm being harsh, and I'm really not happy that it didn't end up happening with the stuff that I wanted, but that's really besides the case. Holidays Unwrap, while I can understand it's supposed to be a harmless Christmas/Thanksgiving special, it still isn't a way to be called the final set of adventures. Because if this is literally the reason onto why there's so many decisions in the background because of Friendship is Magic completely ending yesterday, then I honestly don't get on what we're supposed to be doing in general in 2020. Well, there's going to be a year when there's going to be no Friendship is Magic and no Equestria Girls. Yes, there's going to be a comic, but I'm not going to watch it. And if anyone's going to mention that Equestria Girls might get a comic of its own and actually have an ending in most of the fan service that we've been wanting to that I've been wanting to get ever since I've watched this, then don't get your hopes too high. As far as I'm concerned, the only thing I can actually think when it comes to Equestria Girls making a comment is just making a graduation special involving the ending of Equestria Girls, and that's it. But considering the fact that Equestria Girls isn't mainly about high school drama and the fact that it takes itself sometimes seriously, but sometimes in a forceful way, I really think that there's really no point onto having Equestria Girls have a comment of its own or the graduation special at the end. I'm really sorry, but I really think that this spin-off series, just to be its own thing, just to end it off, just a little closer to how Friendship is Magic is ending, but the fact that it doesn't have an ending of its own, it just really makes this really hard for me to believe that this people completely say this, that Equestria Girls being its own thing is a good thing, but this ending off with no ending, which is just months closer or weeks closer to how Friendship is Magic is ending, it just really goes to show that this spin-off series just can't go on unless if Friendship is Magic is continuing on in animation. I really got nothing else to say. I am still going to do fanfics, and the fanfic involving the Christmas story that I came up with just a day after Holidays and Web premiered, I did finish it, and I am going to submit it on the day that this special comes out. But I am going to save the video for my December schedule. I'm just saying because I'm just saving all these videos for later schedules. I completely completed my November schedule, which there's going to be a lot explaining once I complete my December schedule. and the fact that if we do get some information involving the issues involving Equestria Girls, I might make a video about it, but that isn't going to change the fact that I might be able to make more videos involving Equestria Girls Season 1 or any shorts involving Rainbow Rocks and friendship games. I just got nothing else to say other than I'm really, really disappointed, and I'm really not happy of what's going on. Again, I am still going to do fan fictions involving the Equestria Girls, but considering the fact that I'm doing it limited, and I really have I'm completely not happy of what's going to happen afterwards, I really think that this, just uploading the final parts of Holidays Are Up on YouTube on the final month of December, and then in 2020 with nothing's going on involving Generation 4 for at least from Equestria Girls, then I'm honestly really having my interest involving Equestria Girls and my hopes involving Equestria Girls sink into a new low. I'm really sorry, guys, but Equestria Girls was something that actually changed me, and it was the reason onto why I make my channel a thing in the first place. My very first video was involving the two Twilights interact, and then just seeing this completely after 3 long years and a half, I really don't understand why I really think that Equestria Girls and some of its specials and qualities really makes it a great thing to become its own thing. As far as I'm concerned, they really didn't keep the promises. Princess Twilight saying this is goodbye until next time didn't actually happen at all. The arc between Flash Century and Twilight Sparkle, you can't just say that Flash Century has moved on and just pretend that Twilight off-screen can easily accept it. It never works when you don't see Princess Twilight see the situation. And the fact that the magic leaking from the portal without being explained from the quotes at the end of Legend of Everfree from Sunset Shimmer, I honestly don't understand how you can easily move on from that and actually think that it's going to work out because it's just life. It just happens. Even though that's supposed to be the continuation of what Legend of Everfree needs. If there is a possible way that Equestria Girls can at least have one more movie to wrap up everything, then I would easily accept Equestria Girls for what it is. But considering that Holidays Unwrapped is just going to be the final set of adventures, then I'm really not interested onto how Hasbro is going to do now, since that they're focusing on Generation 5 at the moment. I think I have this video longer than it needs to. I know there could be more information coming out, but in all honesty, I really think that these informations are just basically the issue that Hasbro is just having when it comes to Equestria Girls. And I really, really think that I honestly don't know what I'm going to do other than my November and December schedule and MOP marathon. I'm Lonely Fanboy Boy here and Equestria Girls. I would say goodbye, but this isn't the right time to say goodbye.